Atlanta comes in to Lincoln Financial Field this weekend. 1 o'clock game. It's gonna be a doozy this week. Atlanta comes into Philadelphia. 4-4 Philadelphia team that is struggling very, very much so against a very hot, fired up Atlanta team that is quite honestly really, really good. This shouldn't be too long of a video. Everybody really knows, or everyone has an idea of what this video is probably going to consist of. So, the Eagles will be facing a team that is ranked at least, I think I looked at the numbers the other day, at least in the top 5 of almost every category. Example like yards per game, points, possession, all that nonsense. So the Atlanta Falcons are very, very good, having a very good start to the year. Just like last year when they started 6-0, then they kind of died down a little bit. But it doesn't seem like they're dying down at all this year. So the Eagles have a very tough test this weekend. Thank God it's at home. The Eagles are 4-0 at home. But it's just going to be a very, very tough game for us to win. And, I mean, Atlanta has arguably one of the best quarterbacks this year in Matt Ryan throwing the ball. One of the best running back combos in Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman is questionable this weekend, so I mean I believe he'll play. I know he's on my fantasy team, so I always keep an eye on Tevin Coleman, and he was practicing on the sideline. He wasn't really in the game, but I just the backup to the third string there, Taron Ward, who was a complete bust. I'm not really worried about him playing at all. But honestly, I'm kind of hoping Tevin Coleman doesn't play this week, because if him and Freeman play, they're just going to run all over us. And of course, everybody knows that Atlanta has the best wide receiver in the game, and Julio Jones the guy is a monster. He's a freak of nature. He's a mutant. He's not from this world. I don't know. The dude can catch. He can run. He can probably throw the ball. I mean, the dude is a monster. Julio Jones is an absolute, complete monster. And I've been talking to the Knights about this game, and honestly, I mean, in order for us to win this game, we got to stop Matt Ryan. We have to stop them at the line of scrimmage with the run game. If we can stop Devontae Freeman at the line, we have a very, very good chance to win this game. When we played Pittsburgh, we obviously nobody thought we were going to beat Pittsburgh. No one thought that we were going to go and blow out Pittsburgh like we did. And they have arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the game. They didn't have Le'Veon Bell, but they did have Antonio Brown, who is a complete monster as well. One of the top 3 receivers probably in the game, next to A.J. Green and Julio. So, but we were obviously a different team then. We had our defense was very healthy. We had very little injuries. So like I said, it's our defense versus their offense. Our offense has been struggling very, very much. I try to bulk watch all the, in the Eagles app they have all the updates every single day or whatever, but I try to bulk watch them, so kind of keeps my head in line. Carson Wentz talked about his overthrown and everything. He says he was saying he was calm and he was collective, and it's just something that he has to work on. But obviously there's some rookie jitters in there. We all understand that. The dude has jitters. Everybody's nervous when they play, especially when it's a divisional game. But, I mean, Carson Wentz finally threw for his first 300-yard game. Didn't have any touchdowns. We didn't have much of a run game. I think we're still trying to figure out what's going on with our run game, and that's a big And that's a big issue of mine. I mean, we have 4 running backs, you know what I mean? So, I mean, the idea that I want Sproles to be the number 1 running back as of right now. Like I said, I do not trust Ryan Matthews with the ball. I mean, I know he had a touchdown, a very, very easy touchdown in that game last week against the Giants. But it was, I don't trust Ryan Matthews yet. I mean, I know he's a veteran. He's been in the game for a while, but I just trust Sproles a lot more just due to the fact Sproles is a vet. He knows how to run the ball. He's very, very good at it. He's great, out of the backfield for catching and running. He's a phenomenal runner. I don't trust Wendell Smallwood, and I don't trust Barner. So honestly, you can use Ryan Matthews, but you can use Ryan Matthews on the goal line stances, but as long as he's doing, Doug Pearson's calling the correct plays for it, and he's not calling the correct plays for it. You can do a lot of screen passes in the red zone and do stuff like that, and that's how you would score. But honestly, get Sproles the ball. Run the ball more than you pass the ball this week. I think we'll have a better chance against that. Atlanta's defense is subpar, like they're not bad, but I may be wrong, but I do believe they give up more rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns. I may be wrong. I don't really know. I don't study Atlanta at all, aside from Tevin Coleman. So, and even if they do give up receiving touchdowns, our receiver core is absolutely abysmal right now. And so I'd like to see us run the ball, pound the ball out, get the clock going, have Carson Wentz run a little bit. I mean, he ran a couple times in the last game, and they're kind of garbage runs. A lot of bad scrambles, a lot of I don't know. But like I said, it starts at the line of scrimmage. It's beating them. It's getting those crucial 3rd down plays. It's getting the crucial, 2nd and 7. Get a run. Get a nice run. Get a nice little run. And if you're gonna throw the ball, throw a screen. Call the right plays, Doug Pearson. That's all I ask. Just call the right plays. I know he's a rookie coach, and everyone's going after Doug Pearson's head, but the dude's a rookie. Let him do what he has to do. Just make smart play calls. We have a phenomenal offensive coordinator in Frank Reich. So let's just, like I said, run the ball. I know I sound repetitive. It's just I'm trying to just get it. It just baffles me because we started 3-0 and we looked really, really good, and all of a sudden we're looking horrible. Another big thing is to get Treggs back in the lineup for this week. Like I said in my last video, the dude had 2 catches, I think, for like 60-something yards. He has the longest reception yards-wise, I think, on the year, or over 30 yards or something. So get Treggs in the game. I believe you dial back Nelson Aguilar a little bit this week. I think obviously Jordy Matthews needs to be out there. He's our number 1. Dorial Green-Beckham needs to be in there. He's a big boy, a big receiver for the red zone when he's not dropping the ball. And I feel like Aguilar just needs to sit back and relax a little bit because the guy's not catching passes, and we all know my opinion on him. Zach Ertz sighting. Zach Ertz, I hope, plays more. I know Carson Wentz and him said that they're having a little bit. They're not having trouble, but their chemistry is getting a lot better. I don't think we're going to see Brent Selleck as much. I mean, Brent Selleck's more obviously of a blocker, but I think for some reason all of a sudden the dude has fractured ribs, and I think he's going to be suffering with that for the week. So I didn't see it coming. I just happened to see it on the injury report, and but it is what it is. And Trey Burton, I'd love to see him out. The dude Carson likes to throw to him, but honestly, if we're going to win this game, we're going to win at the line of scrimmage. We stopped Antonio Brown, and he's a top 3 receiver. Why can't we stop Julio Jones? You know what I mean? I feel like we need to double team Julio Jones. It's probably not going to happen because why would it just makes sense to double team a guy like that. Atlanta doesn't have really many other factors. I mean, Sanu had a couple good games this year, but nothing too crazy. You know, and they use Devontae Freeman a lot, and they use Tevin Coleman, obviously, but I don't see Coleman playing this week. So as long as you can stop Julio and stop that run game, and our defense is playing very, very well. They're playing very, very well for what they're doing this year. So it's going to be a great game. I'm going to be very excited. I hope we win at home, go to 5-4, and then just get onto this tough stretch that we have coming. So we'll see what happens. But that's all I got. Shout out to the Philly Knights. You know who you are. I appreciate you all, and go Birds.